You know, some shit is just, they can't say on camera. Oh, y'all. No, I ain't gonna say that. No, man.
Yeah, we live now.
We are live.
It wasn't too much. I was just gonna talk about how people been hitting me up. Man, your book. Am I gonna be in your next one?
Right.
Yeah. No, I ain't taking no new niggas.
Okay, y'all make sure y'all share on y'all's end. I just made it public.
Man, we might have to talk later, Stacy, because I was out last night and I was talking about your book, and some of the people were like, "Man, you need to do one too about when you was a bartender," and I was like, "Really?"
I know that motherfucker nasty. It's real easy. It ain't shit. And you already know how to, write and whatnot. You English stuff. But yeah, shit, yeah, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. I ain't holding no fucking secrets. I don't do that. I'm gonna share that shit.
Like how they do in the movies. The names of the events have been changed to protect.
All I know is I better be in the second book. That's all I know.
You ain't even read the first one, nigga. and I know you ain't, because you would have called me and be like, nigga, I didn't know you.
I'm on chapter 2. But I feel like I know everything already. You know what I'm saying?
I know you feel that way. But when you run
there's some bonus content.
Ain't no bonus, but some of that shit you ain't gonna know.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna know that. You know about the prison shit because I said something about it in the little interview.
Right.
But you don't know how it went down.
All right, I'm gonna read some more tonight.
Read Shadow. Just go read Shadow.
Okay.
And then read Marcus Slim. Read those two. You ain't gonna know those.
Okay. What's up, everybody checking in with us, man? We about to start the show. Hope everybody's doing all right this weekend, man. It's been a rough one, man. We're going to get into it here, man. We're going to talk about everything going on. I got my folks with me, man. Brandon, he may be joining us at some point in time. I think he's changing the carburetor right now, man. Yeah, he changing the oil or something right now, man. Yeah. He always doing something, man.
Putting the desk together.
Right. Make sure this junk, cause
exactly. Yeah,
got on my head every week.
Everybody like, share. Let your mama and them know what's going on, man. Can grandmas watch our show? Is it grandma approved?
I'm sure looking at England on here. What is I'm doing? I'm sorry, I'm looking at my own. Oh Lord, look at that. I look like Big Mama's house. The whole motherfucking house.
Really? Man, let's start this show, man. Hold on 1 second here.
I had to make Pierce around this hole.
Let me get myself together here. All right, y'all ready? All right, let's go.
Authorities now revealing the identity of the officer who shot the 29-year-old father in the back. Alex Perez is there with the very latest. And Alex, another night of protests.
Yeah, man. What's going on, y'all?
Some more fuckery.
What is going on, good people, man? It's about that time. Welcome to another edition of the Essential AF Podcast Show. I am your host, Jonathan C. Smith. And as always, man, I'm being joined by my crew, man. Man, this guy right here, the teacher, Lee Johnson, man, holding me down. What's going on, my guy?
Hey. We gonna get through
bro?
it. We gonna get through it.
We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right.
Hey.
And then the lady of the show, Stacey Camille Twa, the #1 best-selling author this side of Mississippi.
Yeah.
If y'all ain't got that book yet, y'all better go to cameltoe.org, order a copy. Memoirs of a Fatty. It's the hottest book in the city right now, in the state, in the country. It's selling out everywhere. You know,
Fire.
Get your copy, man. I'm telling you, man. It's fire, man. All kind of freaky tales, all kind of sexcapades in the book, man. All right, and it's all true stuff, all true stories. No bullshit. It's all true, man. Stacey, what's going on, honey?
Man, nothing, man. Y'all hear about old T'Challa?
Man, you know we gonna get into it, man. You know we gonna talk about it.
Baby, let me tell you something. 2020, now that nigga is Suge Knight. I thought 2016 was Suge Knight. No, nigga, 2020 is the motherfucker Suge Knight.
Hey, man, 2020 is a whole hoe out here in these streets.
Ain't number counts.
For real, 2020 ain't nothing but a hoe, man. Ain't nothing but a hoe in these streets, man.
Hey, it's been good to me, but in the grand scheme of everybody else, it's fucked up, yo.
The worst,
straight fuckery.
The worst.
I'm looking at 2020 like, yo, you just gonna kill up everybody?
I'm telling you, man. Like, who next, man? So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about, of course, man, Chadwick Boseman, man, the tragic passing of a.
Better not now one of you niggas watching die. You hear me? I'm sorry, I had to say that. Better not now one of you niggas watching die. Don't y'all die in here?
I'm telling you, man. So we're gonna talk about Black Panther being gone now, man, and the impact of his legacy and everything he accomplished in such a short, time frame, man. So we're gonna get into that, man. You know, we gotta talk about right after our show last Sunday, the incident in Kenosha, Wisconsin happened with Jacob Blake. So we gotta talk about that as well, man. The shooting of our brother Jacob Blake up there in Kenosha, Wisconsin, man. Shot 7 times in his back by the Kenosha, Wisconsin police up there while he was trying to go to his car. So, of course, man, that sparked protests and rallies all across the country, especially in Wisconsin. And then the next day, you had the let's go ahead and say what it is. The 17-year-old thug, the murderer, Kyle Rittinghouse. He shot 3 people and ended up killing 2, right? Yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about that as well. Also, man, the NBA players, man, they spoke out very, very loudly, you know, and with their protests and their boycott of not playing some playoff games this past week. We'll talk about that and the impact that caused, man. So we're gonna have another great show. You guys make sure that you get in the conversation, man. Like, share, and subscribe. You guys can go to our YouTube page also. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Essential AF Podcast, man. We're getting those subscribers up because we're trying to make some money off this thing eventually. Like, because with YouTube, once you get like 1,000 subscribers, you get paid. All right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So we got about 999. So we need one more. We need about one more subscriber, and we're gonna get paid on YouTube, man. But y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Right now, we're live on Facebook. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody in the comments. Let's see who's in these comments, man. What's happening, man? What's up, everybody? What's up, Rika? H-Town, the building, representing here. As always. What's up, Dominique? Man, H-Town, man. We in this thing. This thing, man. H-Town go hard for us, man. H-Town, as far as a region, you know, outside Memphis, H-Town, they rock with us, man. They loving us down there, man. So shout out to everybody in the H, man. My people down there. What's up, Jasper? What's up, JB? What's up, cousin? What's up, Chris? What's happening?
What's up, man? Sheila?
We in here. Sheila in here. Okay. Shout out to Kwanzaa, the homie Kwanzaa. She's gonna be joining us here in a few moments. Cause like I said, 2020 has been a monster, man.
Look.
You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta talk about it, man. We gotta just figure out where everybody's head is at right now. How y'all feeling out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all doing? How are y'all coping with everything going on this year, man? Like, what's your vice? What do you do to just relax and get your mind off of everything. So we won't find out, man, because I need answers, man. I'm trying to find out different ways to cope and deal with everything going on, man. And like this past weekend, man, just chilling, watching TV, man, and I got the message, that Black Panther died. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I saw it on my computer and everything. A little drop down on it on my computer, and so I thought it was a joke, right? All right, so you know what I'm saying? I got confirmation from my homie Dominique also, and she told me, yeah, like he gone. You know what I'm saying? Like Black Panther is dead, man. Like, so how does Black Panther die? And Chadwick Boseman, man, God bless his soul, God rest his soul. You talking about a man that was battling, Lee, we were talking about it before the show, a man that was battling colon cancer for 4 years and nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy to me, Lee. And like I said, I know you were affected to hear about his passing also, man. I think it touched everybody because like this guy was, he was, an elite actor, and everybody, looked up to him, because of the role he played in Black Panther, man. So Lee, let's talk about the impact of his passing and what do you think his legacy will be going forward?
Yeah, a little backstory on that. When the movie came out, 2018, 2 years ago, when it came out, a bunch of friends of mine and we didn't rent out a theater, but we bought out about half the tickets for the showing of Black Panther at Studio on the Square. And, we did like everybody else around the country that was Black did it. We had our African garbs and we was up in there deep and to watch the movie. I think I saw it about 3 times in the theater, and it was all love. Yeah. And that was what was so great about it, because I'm a comic book fan. I wasn't big on Black Panther, reading the Black Panther comics, but to see how it was done just so beautifully. And I think it was like 90% of the cast and crew was people of color.
Right.
And you could just tell how much care and love and respect they had to create what is the Black utopia, what we would like to be as a Black utopia in Africa, for goodness sakes. You know what I'm saying? So to hear of him passing, and like we were talking about earlier, the fact that he was fighting it for 4 years and nobody knew, he was a fucking warrior. Man. Because I don't know if shout out to anybody that has dealt with a loved one that is dealing with cancer, so how much of a monster it is. Shout out to my cousin Frank up in the DC area, because his wife had to deal with it and she thankfully is in remission. Right. So I know how hard it can be when you're dealing with someone that is afflicted with something like that. Mm-hmm. And he handled it with such grace. I mean, I have no problem when the news dropped, I cried. Yeah. Because we always talk about, where are Black superheroes, or the Black superheroes. Like, he was our Black superhero, right, in every sense of the word.
Absolutely.
Because when you can't think, and I don't think that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to do this, but there's nobody else that can play that role. Unfortunately, the role died with him. Right. And it's tragic that it had to happen that way. Right. But at the same time, what an amazing tribute for that to happen. And shout out to, when we get off the show, I got it set up on ABC. I'm going to be watching.
No doubt.
I'll be watching afterwards, but it's this one. This is going to take a minute for this one. It is crazy because we were talking about it last week, like, people that we lost that we were affected by, and then happens, and I'm at a loss for words. It's crazy.
Absolutely, man. It's crazy, man. We all trying to find ways to deal with it, man. Got my homie Kwanzaa about to check in with us here in a moment. Stacey, I wanted to give you an opportunity to speak on Chadwick Boseman, man, and just what his passing means to you.
I don't know, man. I had so many folks die in real life. I'm slick numb to it every time I hear it. It still hurt though. You know what I'm saying? It still fuck with you because you're like, damn, you got all these rotten motherfuckers still living, and this nigga dead. Oh, okay then. I see what's up with what we think it is and what it really is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just so crazy how it seems like all the good folks, or most of the time, it happened where the good die first.
Right.
And then the rotten motherfuckers be here. And I know they got to be here to suffer. Man, fuck that. They ain't got nothing to do with us. So what we supposed to do? Because they got to suffer. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. Hey, Kwanzaa.
What's up, Kwanzaa? Thank you for checking in with us, man. You start your own little thing now also as far as the podcast, and I checked it out earlier, man, and I thought it was dope, your topic and everything that you put out there on your podcast, man. So I wanted to bring you on to just kind of speak on that, man, as far as 2020. 2020 has been a monster. I like how you put it on your show when you said, you got to be like a Karen and you want to talk to 2020 supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man, we need answers, man. We try to figure out ways to cope and deal with everything as far as our mental health and, therapy and everything that's going on, man, just to stay sane. So that's why I wanted you to come on, Kwanzaa, and I'm glad that you joined us. And just to speak on, how are you coping, with everything that's been going on this year, man? We got a delay. Kwanzaa, can you hear me?
No, you gonna have to put her off and bring her back on.
Hold on.
She said she frozen.
Oh, she froze up?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I don't know if it's us because she moving.
Yeah.
Like she moving, but I don't know.
Yeah, man. There you go.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
I don't believe she can. It's her mute button push.
Let me see.
Wait a minute. Can you hear something? Hello.
All right, chart. Okay, Kwanzaa. Let's see. Yeah, her mic's on. My ear's on.
I don't know, girl. We can't hear you. Okay, let me tell her. We can see you. We can hear you.
See, 2020 been such a monster. It took Kwanzaa's voice, man. Yeah. Hey, try again. Jump back on with us, Kwanzaa. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. But that's how bad 2020 been. Like, it's taking your ability to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't hear, you can't speak of nothing this year, man. That's how 2020 is.
No, you can talk today, lady.
Yeah, man. But honestly, and guys, I want to know from everybody out there, man. Everybody's tuned in, everybody watching right now, man. How are y'all dealing with everything going on this year, man? You talking about Kobe? Kobe being gone, man, back in January, from Kobe Bryant to COVID-19 to the protests to George Floyd. It's been so much bullshit that's happened this year. It just wears on you mentally, and you can just be in a depressed state, with everything that's going on, man. So how do y'all cope? What do you guys do? To kind of just get through the day, just pass the day, man. Like, so Lee, what's your coping mechanism, man?
I mean, you saw it a little bit earlier on the show. I got my cigars. I wake up in the morning and I, try to do my job teaching the children. It's real difficult to try to remain positive around them. And it was so crazy because, and we were talking about this earlier too, Friday was actually such a good day. For me, got up, did my thing, the teaching and just added and had a good time. And then right before I was getting ready to do a test, it was just like I got kicked in the face.
Yeah.
So, just talking with folks and enjoying my cigars and having just like quiet moments. I'm in front of the laptop for 8-10 plus hours a day, Monday through Friday. And when I'm finished, I just disconnect,
right.
Take, turn off all the electronics, sit outside and just watch the world go by. You know, and that's been one of the best ways.
Yeah.
Jasper, I need to start back drinking. Already start back smoking.
What you smoking, Jasper?
Yeah, what you smoking, Jasper? And can I have some?
Yeah.
Let us know,
Stacy.
You know,
I
make sure you
really
got
don't even have to
the
ask. I don't have to ask you how you cope, how you deal, because you were coping and dealing with things way before 2020. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you something. Having some old cool ass parents and shit, it put a little something in you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No doubt.
And I don't know if this had nothing to do with it, but my mama drank alcohol when she was pregnant. My daddy smoked, so I think it kind of helped me to be mellow as an adult. Can you hear us, Kwanzaa?
You with us, Kwanzaa?
It is an echo. I hear myself talking back. Let me shut
Kwanzaa, you might need to turn down your end.
I can hear
you.
Oh my.
Okay, yeah. No, Kwanzaa end, yeah. Whatever the playback is on your end, Kwanzaa. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy though.
Good Lord.
Yeah. But man, we gonna work it out. Man. Yeah, we gonna get Kwanzaa here. You might have to FaceTime us or something, man. We gonna pass you in or something, man. Yeah. But go ahead, say something real quick, Kwanzaa. Yeah, I know we got a delay on your end.
Okay. Let me fix it up.
Okay. But yeah, man, like I said, everything's been ridiculous, man, as far as everything's been going on.
I just had it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is.
Yeah, but go ahead, Kwanzaa, go ahead.
Annoying.
Right. we gonna figure it out. We gonna work it out. You might have to FaceTime. That's like a 15, that's a 30-second delay going on with it. Yeah. Sharita said they just had that issue, man. Shout out to Sharita and T Will. Go ahead, say something. Hold on. Let's go ahead. All right, I'm gonna drop you off for a moment, Kwanzaa. Let me drop you off real quick. All right. Yeah, man, we got some technical difficulties going on that end, man. But shout out to Sharita and them. Sharita, T Will, my man D Early, man, they got their own show also. And they were doing a show earlier. I checked that out, man. That's some real good stuff right there, Sharita. Definitely, man. So I don't know, maybe some system issues going on, little technical difficulties going on with the format. But yeah, that's what I was saying, Sharita. She can turn her device down. But this might be a delay going on with the system though. But it's all good. We're gonna keep it moving. Definitely, man. We'll get Kwanzaa back on here at some point in time. Get all those bugs fixed on that end, man. But yeah, like I said, guys, I don't know about y'all, man, but if we lose one more legend this year, it's over with for me. It's over with. You hear me? If Frankie Beverly die, if he died tomorrow, man, I'm moving to Africa. All right, I'm be like Dave Chappelle. I'm going to Africa, and y'all ain't gonna see me no more, man. I cannot take another legend leaving this earth, man. Not this year, man.
That nigga going. He old, so and then I told you he got that little throat thing. Yeah, nigga ain't gonna be here no long time.
Don't you talk about it. Don't you
get your mind together now, nigga. Cause Frankie is gonna leave one day. One day.
Don't you talk about Frankie like that, okay?
I love a Frank. Shit.
Yeah, man.
Golden time of day looking at him.
Don't you do it, man. Don't you do
Happy
it.
feelings.
I know it's real, man.
I agree. Like Sheila said in the chat, she said having someone to talk with. I think that is a great thing. Like Stacey, and you mentioned it too with your parents. Yeah, just to kind of get that perspective, just to get back that perspective and just talking with like-minded people to just, it's like when you go to a funeral and you hanging out with people at the funeral and you don't talk about the passing, you just talk about the good times. Remember when such and such, and you laugh together. Like, I think that's a huge thing. Yeah, because you can't keep all of that stuff in. You got to have like a very positive outlet for doing all of that. Right. Because it's basically September. Right. We got 3 months left in 20,
3 more months
90
to go,
days.
man.
90 days left before we get what's coming. Return.
Yeah, ain't no telling what's coming up. It's coming down the road the next 3 months, man. All we can do is prep for it and just try to make it, the best we can, man. Speaking of making it the best we can, we're gonna try Kwanzaa one more time here. All right, and then if we got another delay, we just gonna have to We're gonna have to keep it moving here. Kwanzaa, what's up? We good now? What's
Can y'all
happening?
hear me?
Yes.
All right. Woohoo! Shout
See,
out. Oh
that's
my
what I'm
God.
talking about. As Black people, we gonna overcome.
We're gonna do
We
it.
gonna overcome,
We are
man.
going to do it. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but yeah, you in there now? What's up, Kwanzaa?
What's
Sound great
good?
too.
Hey,
Sounding
y'all.
good.
I'm so glad to be here with you guys. I've been watching y'all every Sunday, like faithfully. I'm in the kitchen cooking and watching y'all and trying not to drop my chicken laughing at Stacy. Hello.
Girl,
You are
no,
way
yeah.
too funny. I'm not gonna drop this chicken, but you be trying to make me every Sunday. I'd be like, what is wrong with her?
But you drop that chicken, fuck around with me.
Girl, I'm too hungry for that.
But Kwanzaa, man, thank you so much for joining us. And when you first popped on, I was telling everybody, you're starting your own, podcast, man. And I checked it out yesterday. You sent it over to me, and I loved it. I love the format, and I love the things that you were talking about. As far as this, how are our mental state right now, as far as 2020 and everything going on. You just want to check on people, make sure they're good. Like, how are they dealing with everything that's happening, man? And you put some real, good points out there. The people, some advice that they could try to, to cope and get by on. But you personally, how has this year been for you, man? How are you dealing with things?
Awful. Oh my God. Like, I gotta call my therapist tomorrow because I'm just sick of 2020. Like, I'm tired of her. Like, even when I said on the podcast, like, I need to find 2020's box because she needs to go. Like, I'm tired of her. No severance, nothing. Like, I have never been through so much trauma in a public setting in my entire life. That's not even including everything that's just happened privately in my life. It's just everything that's happening just within the masses. So it's a lot. That's why I was really pushing the fact that everybody needs to have a therapist. If you do not have a therapist this year, like, why?
Right.
Literally, why? We have so many options out there that are available, that are free of charge through your employers. Like, they are out there to help. I understand that we all have our friends and our loved ones that we can talk to, but you need someone that can give you sound guidance, that can give you a plan of action on how to resolve your issues and not to simply put them in the back of your mind and handle them at another time. Because when is that other time gonna come? Yeah, I'm not dropping that chicken, Sheree. I won't do it. And thank you. I won't
Definitely, man. Absolutely, Kwanzaa. You're right. We all need it, as far as therapy. And but there's always been a stigma, especially in the Black community, as far as therapy. It was always deemed as, oh, you're crazy, something wrong with you if you go therapy, or you better take it to God, you better take it to Jesus, whatever your problems are. But now there's been a new age of thinking, as far as reasoning behind, going to get therapy. And like, I think even when things are going good in your life, you should still go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? It's things you could always do better, man. So just like put some things out there for people to do, if they're kind of leery as far as, going to therapy, seeking that type of help. What are some other methods that you would suggest to other people?
First of all, let go of the stigma that there's something wrong with you, okay? Because there's something wrong with all of us, okay? Yeah. I'm crazy. All of us are crazy, individually, collectively, and jointly, and that's okay.
Right.
It's all right. That's the first step, is acknowledging that you have some problems.
Right.
And it's okay. All right. Once you get past that stigma, that is what stops people from being able to go out and get their help, okay? If you let that go, you're able to move forward and reach out and get the support and the guidance that you need. There is no other way to do this. We've tried other things so many other times. They don't work. Yes, you want to talk to the Lord. Yes, you want to talk to your ministers and your pastors and all those things. But outside of that, you need counseling on a consistent basis. You need someone who's going to work with you, set up time so you can identify the emotions that you're dealing with, why you're dealing with those emotions, what caused them to come into your life in this way, how to handle them when they come about going forward. We need help, baby. Like, it's okay. This year is trying to take us out. It is.
This year has been trash. You know what I'm saying? It's been trash all the way around, man.
It's awful.
There's no other way to slice it at this point. And I just hope 2021 is going to be better. But at this point, I don't know. I just don't know, man. It's like, what the hell did we do in 2020 to deserve this, man?
That's what I said. I said, what sins are we paying for at this point? Like, who did we wrong? I need to know.
I'm telling you, man. It's been wild, man. Right now we're joined by my homie Kwanzaa, man. She got her own thing going as far as her podcast now. Really, really dope stuff, man. Why don't you tell the people what you got going on, your new venture, and everything that you're trying to do with it.
Yes. Okay. So I'm doing a check-in, and it's basically just like what we're doing now, just checking in with everybody, seeing how you're doing, because 2020, it hates us. Okay. But I don't hate y'all. So I need to make sure that your emotional well-being is intact. And the way to do that is to communicate with people, have fellowship with one another. So I'll do that from time to time. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing something really, really lit that I hope that people can join. Brandy and Monica are doing their big battle tomorrow. Ooh, shout out. No, you're going to talk about that later. But I'm going to have the opportunity for people to join the Zoom call. While they're on the Zoom call, they can also watch the concert and talk to people. What? Because who don't miss talking to people in real life? So, yeah, that's happening too.
Okay, bet. All right. I like that, man. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. And what's the name of it, Kwanzaa?
It's called the Check-In with Kwanzaa.
Okay, called the Check-In. Make sure y'all check it out. Yeah, let everybody know how they can follow you on social media.
Definitely. So just look me up, Kwanzaa K-O-O-Z. I am a public profile child because, hey, it is what it is. My life is out here on display. Hey.
No doubt, man. Hey, Kwanzaa, man, this will definitely not be the last time that we have you on. You are brilliant, man, and we support you and whatever you got going on, man. So we rocking with you, and we appreciate you rocking with us the way that you do. Okay.
Thank you guys for having me here. I
appreciate it. Every week.
Every week.
For real, faithfully. Right next to the comments.
Faithfully, man. I'll make sure I'm gonna share the check-in with all my folks, man, so they can check it out and see what you got going on. Now, before you go, Brandy, Monica, who wins?
Both. Okay. I'm not doing that with y'all. I'm not. I love them both. I'm not picking. Okay. Because both of them they have took me through some times in my life. All right. Like they have helped me. So nope, I'm not picking.
So you're not gonna even say who's the better singer or nothing, huh?
I'm not doing that. That's like asking a parent who's their favorite child. Nope. You won't catch me up.
I feel you. That's what's up, man. All right. Well, that's the homie Kwanzaa, man, checking in with us here on the Essential AF Podcast Show, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys for having me.
For sure, man.
Bye, y'all. Going back to the comments.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah. That's what's up, man. See, we overcome, man. We got through our technical difficulties, man. And she sounded great. Sounded perfect, man.
Great.
That's what's up, man. So let's keep it moving. Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Sean need help, okay? Sean Richardson, he need therapy for real. If it wasn't 2020, if it was 2016, Sean would still need therapy.
Yeah.
All right. It's all wrong with that dude. But I told him before the show, I had an announcement to make. All right. So my announcement to make, drum roll, please. Sean is our member of the week. He's our Essential AF Podcast member of the week. All right.
That nigga, he gonna get naked in the comments, man. He gonna get naked in the comments.
Yeah, but Sean, he been rocking with us since day one.
No lie.
Since day one, man. So we gotta show him love, man. So Sean, you are the official Essential AF Podcast member of the week for this upcoming week, man. So I don't know what type of gift we should get him, man. We got think we should get him, man.
Oh, you know what he wants.
Hey, man, he want a Pornhub subscription, don't he?
Yeah.
Player of the week.
Yeah.
Put him onto your OnlyFans page.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, we're gonna give a free subscription to Stacy. Stacy's OnlyFans account, man.
Man, y'all gonna have folks thinking I got this shit. Look at him. No.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but shout out to Sean, man. Real good dude, man. Also a great photographer as well, man. So if y'all need picture snap, man, for whatever occasion you got going on, weddings, birthdays, bar mitzvahs. This man, he do it all, man. He do it all. So y'all make sure y'all check him out, man. That's Sean Richardson on Facebook. Is where you can find him. The man takes awesome pictures. So get up with him. Get up with him, man. Real cool dude, man. So he's our member of the week, guys. Let's keep it moving. Man. Let's talk about some other important stories going on from this past week, guys. We gotta touch on Jacob Blake, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Like I said, right after the show ended last week is when the incident happened with Jacob Blake being shot 7 times in the back by the Wisconsin police officers up there while he was going to his car. Word was that he was trying to break up a fight, or he may have been a little dust up a scuffle with the police beforehand, before the footage picked up showing where he got shot. But regardless of the fact, man, we got another black man shot at the hands of the police. And Lee, man, it's happening too many times now. You know what I'm saying? You would have thought after George Floyd, it would have stopped, right? Nope. You know what I'm saying? They say right.
Why you think that shit?
You know what I'm saying?
No,
as far as hear me out. As far as public perception, you know what I'm saying? As far as, okay, look, you literally, as far as George Floyd, you literally had your knee on this man's neck for 9 minutes and killed him for the whole world to see. You would at least thought police officers would have taken more precaution as far as, but nah, they still gonna shoot us regardless.
Who is you talking about? You forgot where you live, boy.
So,
that's really get no better, nigga.
So Lee, as far as the situation, man, talk about it. Your thoughts on Jacob Blake?
Well, first off, you know, hopefully he recovers. As far as the reports have been going, it seems like as of right now he's paralyzed from the waist down. If there was any positive out of this, is the fact that he's not dead, and I think that's going to be important moving forward, because he's alive to tell his side of the story. He'll be able to tell his side of the story, because we're getting so much of the negative side of the situation right now from people that are speculating. But I think one of the things, and this always happens when one of us gets shot and killed, and murdered, I should say, not killed, but gets murdered, is the media, sometimes on both sides, love to bring up the past. You know, oh, he was a convicted felon, he was this, and he had warrants out, all of this stuff. And if that's true, then arrest him. Then he needs to be arrested. He does not deserve to be shot down. None of them deserve to be shot down and murdered because of their past situations. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Right. And that's where it gets frustrating for me. Right. Is people, especially on the right, love to say, well, he got, situation for domestic violence and this, and he had a knife in the car and all of that. Okay, his back was turned. He was walking away. He wasn't running away. He wasn't, as far as we could see from the video, he wasn't trying to fight anybody. He was walking away.
Right.
And when you're walking away, that is putting yourself in a vulnerable position. It's like, you've seen people fight, being a bartender. I've seen people fight in the clubs. And then when the person loses in the fight, they walk away because they know they lost and they're vulnerable. Sometimes people come up and try to hit them in the back and all that stuff. But for the most part, they're in a vulnerable position. Mm-hmm. There's zero reason for that cop to shoot him 7 fucking times. There is no way in the world that anybody can justify that for me. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I would want to say that, yes, maybe other cops would see it and be like, oh, maybe I should get some act. No, there's no act right in this. They just, for lack of a better term to say it, they see black man being aggressive. We got to put him down.
Right.
That's what they see. And it's fucked up.
Yeah. Very much so, to say the least. And Stacey, like I said, definitely aware of what world we're in. All right. But as far as, this shit's still happening. And, like I said, like Lee said, as far as the saving grace and all of this right now is the fact that he wasn't killed. But he's going to be paralyzed from the waist down. This is going to alter and affect his life, for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? But just like Stacey, as far as your mindset at this point, man, like what is it going to take? Let me ask you that. What is it going to take in order for this shit to stop?
Economic, baby. Stop spending your money with their ass. That's gonna be. You stop spending your money with them white folk, like real shit. I don't know how to do that all the way around because we don't make everything. But stretch that shit to the limit. Everything that you can buy, black. If you got to wait an extra week, just wait. Because that's what's gonna hurt their pockets. When we did that little blackout Tuesday, that was cool. But let me see what you're gonna do on Black Friday when them fire sales come out. Right. That's when that shit that's when it's going to matter. All that walking and marching, that shit cool. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But the one thing we haven't truly tried is to separate economically from them. Economic separation from them, I think that might be like, wait a minute, because we spend money on every fucking thing.
Right.
On anything. All on fucking Jordans and shit. If everybody just stop spending money on Nike, and I know folks don't like Nike and shit, but they ain't your friend for real. Them shoes high as fuck, man, for no reason. And we ain't cost shit to make them shoes. So that's what I think. Total separation, because you know how I am. I believe in separation because I don't care about pissing in the same bathroom with them motherfuckers. But to me, if you take your black dollar from their ass, that's what it is. But we ain't gonna do that. We rather march and spray paint and get some Black Lives Matter shirts and shit. But if you ain't taking your money, it means nothing.
No doubt. Economics is, like I said, is definitely I think it's definitely the move as well, as far as pooling our resources, what I'm saying, as far as spending black, buying black, because like I said, it worked in the civil rights era also, when you look at the Montgomery bus boycott, so it definitely works, but it takes dedication,
right?
What I'm saying, it takes devotion, but it could definitely work, man. But our people, are we
ain't nothing shaking, man. Right. Ain't nobody gonna do that.
Exactly.
Because you got a lot of black folks who, because they haven't experienced something directly, then they don't want to fuck with it. Every black person, they don't have a passion to even step in to want to do something or want to change. Mm-hmm. I got a friend, actually, he was dating a girl, and his level of consciousness was growing. Mm-hmm. She didn't care nothing about that shit. Mm-hmm. So you got people who thinking like that, who don't care, they ain't gonna join your cause. Right. So most of us, and really that kind of motherfucker can go on with the white folks, for I'm concerned. You're not trying to elevate your thinking. You need to roll anyway. You fucking waste. Right. So, but anyway, I just think that black dollar, take that motherfucker away. Start on Black Friday. Y'all ain't talking about shit until you do it on Black Friday, because that's when all the fast sales coming. They got it just for you on Thanksgiving and the day after and Cyber Monday. Don't shop on now one of them days. Them motherfuckers gonna be like, huh? Y'all say y'all want what? A hamburger, 4 eggs and a mule, chicken. What you say you want? Ask your ass something, baby. They gonna look in. So.
Right. Okay. So
yeah, and I mean, to kind of piggyback on what Stacey said, I saw this Killer Mike, Atlanta rapper, real great speaker, great dude. Mm-hmm. He had this show called Trigger Warning on Netflix, and the rest of the show is really not that great. But the first show that he did was about the black dollar. And one of his solutions, I mean, even if people want to just try to get into it, to just kind of slowly get into it, he said, dedicate 1 day a week to buying black. And that's how it starts. Yeah. So if you can dedicate 1 day a week, if it's dedicate payday.
Yeah.
Even look, there's not a lot of black grocery stores around here. So I get it. You got to go to Kroger. You got to go to Aldi. You got to go wherever. But if you can, on the other things, whether it is eating out black, buying black products, if you could just do it for 1 day, mm-hmm. that kind of starts it. That will at least keep the dollars cycling in for us. So start off that 1 day, and then Black Friday, it's like them drugs. It's like, hey, you want this? I got it 40% off,
right?
And it's so enticing, and everyone falls for it. Yeah. Everybody falls for it. But if you can limit it, mm-hmm. then I think that's a great start.
Yeah, they might try that shit this year. If 2020 ain't made you want to hold your money on their ass, then all that jaw jacking you doing, that ain't shit. You can vote all day long. You can do all that extra shit, but if you ain't trying to withhold your money and keep it within your own community as best as you possibly can, you ain't talking about shit.
And speaking of ain't shit, let's fast forward to the next night after Jacob Blake was shot, after the protests and everything that was happening in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Let's talk about that thug, that criminal, that animal the 17-year-old Kyle Rittinghouse. He shot 3 people, and I believe he killed 2 people. This man had
animal.
Yeah. This man had an AR-15 long nose rifle, right? Of course, he's not old enough to purchase it. How the hell did he get it? Of course, he got it from his parents, but you know what I'm saying? Him and his mama were there, in their words, protect the community, right? And you see the police in the video offering them water and telling them thank you for being there, you know, like approving or giving them the grace to walk about protecting the streets of Kenosha when they're not police, they're not military, they just a redneck ass militia, you know what I'm saying, right? So and this man ends up shooting and killing 2 people, 3 people, and he's walking the streets and the police come by like he's on a midnight stroll and he's just walking, you know, getting a nice little jog in. They don't stop him, and people are trying to flag down the police to try to tell him, hey, tell the police that hey, he just shot some people, and then he just walks by and goes home. You know what I'm saying? So that's really the frustration that Black people are talking about, that we speak of. The fact that this man can shoot 2-3 people and just go home and get arrested the next day, as opposed to what happened to Jacob Blake getting shot in the back 7 times. Lee, that's the problem that lies in itself right there, man. What were your thoughts on what that thug Kyle did, man, up in Kenosha?
So many things. And I mean, one of the things you said was, and I think it's going to be a key thing, you know, he got the guns from his mama, because not only I've been seeing pictures of his mama geared up like she, you know, the female John Wick, and he was walking around like he was John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And let's put this, and I think this is a fact that needs to be stated. He lives in Illinois. So he and his mom, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was his mom's idea or his parents' idea, because I don't know if it's his mom and his dad. I've just seen pictures of his mom, but I don't know if it was their idea to say, you know what, we need to go down there and handle some business. Mm-hmm. And I think someone, I don't know who, I can't give credit to the person, but they basically said that it seemed like their intent was to go to Kenosha during these protests and to hunt people, because that's what the optics look like. Right. Like he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna gear up, let's go, because they had zero business.
None whatsoever.
It's because I've not read any reports of him having family there, or he knew anybody. They claimed that he was protecting the businesses. Look, he ain't a co-owner in that business. Why the fuck was he there? No reason for him to be there. Right. And I think the most sickening thing is the fact that, and it goes beyond the police, you know, giving him water and telling him good job, but now all of a sudden I'm seeing these groups set up GoFundMes for his defense because they feel like what he did was not wrong. And they're saying, oh, it was self-defense or all that stuff. He shouldn't have been there in the first place, because those 2 people would still be alive and the third wouldn't have been shot if he would have stayed his ass home and just stay stay out of fucking grown folks' business. Mm-hmm. And it's sickening. It's disgusting to think that there are white people in this world that feel that he was right for what he did, and that, you know what, I can do the same thing too. And I'm saying this right now, and I do not give a fuck, but I'm saying this right now. Election time. And I'm saying this for everybody in the chat, all of our followers, subscribers. If you believe me, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But I'm going to tell you, day of the election, I'm going to be geared up, because Biden Harris win and these motherfuckers are going to go out and try to do some bullshit. Don't bring it here. Do not bring it over in this area where I'm at, because that ain't going to help you. Right. That, you know, make yourself right with whomever you believe in, Don't be with that shit over here, because I'm gonna protect me and mine. Take the loss like a motherfucking man or a woman. Be an adult about it. Move forward. Don't even think that when he loses, because I'm saying he gonna lose, but don't think like when he's lose, like, no, this time for the revolution. No, fuck that. Fuck you. Stay your ass at home.
Right, man. Well said, Lee. And I'm glad you mentioned the point about them traveling from Illinois up to Wisconsin. That's like not even their home, their area. You know, they coming up there, you know, to protect, you know, some shit that don't even belong to them. It's not your community. Like, why are you there? You know, if that wasn't your intent, you know what I'm saying? Your intent was to go up there and hurt people, you know, shoot people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you look at the picture of his mom and his dad, Stacey, you can see the apple doesn't fall far from the tree at all, man. You know, like, and let's call it what it is. I saw an article, I think it was the New York Times, where they showed a picture of him painting or something, like painting over some graffiti, trying to, you know, depict him as you know, a good kid. Like, no, he's not. This man, he's an animal. He's a thug. Call him what you would call one of our 17-year-olds that would shoot somebody or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, call him the same thing. Give it that same energy. Why is he a good kid when, you know? But when you talk about our kids, they're thugs, they're animals. But, you know, you want to talk about him as being a good kid. He was painting over graffiti and protecting a community and all that shit. Stacey, it's bullshit, man. How you feel about it?
Chad, come on, man. You know I don't like this crackerism on that. Shit, I hope man, look, the nigga ain't gonna get nothing but an in-school suspension. They ain't finna do nothing to the young cracker because the man he underage. They gonna charge him as a juvenile. He already got a little record anyway. They ain't gonna do nothing to him. They gonna laugh in the face of black folks. I'm telling you, like they always do. They gonna fucking laugh in the face of black folks. The shit's getting ridiculous to me. I'm like, somebody low down the black folk, ain't it? What the fuck going on? You heard me?
Right.
I don't know. It's crazy. That nigga should have been a pig and ground and ate his sausage.
Hey, man.
Ain't shit. You hear me?
Man, what you said. And Sean, you're right. Yeah, there's a better word for him. He's a terrorist. You know, homegrown. You know what I'm saying? Forget my people over there in the Middle East. Like, we got some of the worst homegrown terrorists right here that we should be afraid of, as opposed to Al Qaeda or, you know, anybody else, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Oklahoma City bombing.
Right.
What was it? The shooting in Vegas for the country music festival.
Right.
The theater shooting for The Dark Knight Rises, the shooting at the club in Florida. The list goes on and on and on. Ted Kaczynski. You know, if we could talk about the cult leaders,
bro. What Chris Rock say back in the day? I ain't scared of Al Qaeda. I'm scared of Al Cracker. You know what I'm saying?
And it just seems to be like it's just this. It just like what you said, JC, in the media, in all forms of the media, it seems like they're showing pictures of him, you know, painting over graffiti to make him look like a good kid. Meanwhile, Trayvon Martin wears a hoodie. He a thug.
Right.
You know, OJ, even though OJ did it, you know, the picture on Time magazine where it made his face look darker and menacing. You know, all of these different things
that they keep
using to just depict literally white is right and black is the devil. And it's not that. It's not that. It's ridiculous.
Man, I hope they kill that little being ass nigga, but I know they ain't. That man gonna get a motherfucking in-school suspension. I'm telling you.
Hey, and the white privilege has already started, Stacey, because they allowed him to, you know, seek private counsel. You know, he'll let him get his own private attorney. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to go through the normal process that, you know, somebody of other ilk or other colors would go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was us, we would get not private attorney, but a public defender. You know what I'm saying? You know, get a public defender and, you know, just, you know, hope for the best.
They haven't even transferred him from Illinois to Wisconsin yet.
Exactly. He hasn't been extradited yet. Yeah.
He hasn't been extradited. He has not been extradited. I think they're waiting a couple of weeks to extradite him.
Right. And that's what it is. Yeah. In hopes, that he can find, you know, a private attorney. That's why they're doing it. They're 3-4 weeks before they extradite him so he can get the proper counsel, proper attorney.
I ain't fuck that nigga. In school suspension. I'm trying to tell you. They gonna get him out of in school. He gonna be in the corner for 2 weeks.
It's crazy, man. So
I will not kill. He gonna get. I will not kill a nigga 100 times.
Like the Simpsons, like Bart Simpson on the intro, writing on the chalkboard. Yeah.
Like my teacher tell me, I will not talk in class. That's what that nigga gonna get. I will not kill a nigga. Yeah. I will not kill a nigga until I kill the next nigga. Ugly. Y'all know ain't not gonna happen, man.
There it is, man. So we're gonna keep y'all. We'll keep y'all posted. We'll keep you updated on what's going on, with that situation, in the weeks ahead. We're going to talk about it. We're going to give it to you raw and uncut like nobody else can do, man. Essential AF Podcast. And before we move on to the next thing, let me check in with, as far as, we do agree that, we all agree that OJ did it, right? We no longer, lying say he did. Okay, all right.
He did that shit.
Okay, yeah, he did that shit, yeah. He made real orange juice out there. That's what check in because for a while we were like, I think it was more so
excited.
We knew he did it, but the fact that he was able to get off and get away with it, that was what I think a lot of black people hung their hat on. Like somebody finally beat the system, even though OJ never rocked with us. Just the fact of another black man was able to get off. What I'm saying, as opposed to how it normally would go. But yeah, so we all in agreement. Okay, all right, just check. Just check it, man.
I don't think he did it. You don't think he did it? I'm lying, nigga.
We can't move on, man. You have to elaborate on that.
I'm lying, bruh. He did it.
Hey, and speaking of doing that shit, the NBA players this week, they did that, man. Kudos to LeBron. Kudos to Giannis. Kudos to James Harden, Russell Westbrook, all the NBA stars, man, all the NBA players. They stood together. They were united. All the teams down there in the bubble right now, they boycotted. It started with the Milwaukee Bucks, being the fact that the situation happened in Wisconsin. It was only right that Milwaukee stepped up as a team and did something. And they decided to boycott their first playoff game 1 a few days ago, man. And I believe there a lot of people were saying, were being cynical and saying that, it was just one game boycott. What did they accomplish? They accomplished a great deal, guys. I don't know if you guys are aware what happened with the Milwaukee Bucks after they boycotted their game 1 a few days ago. You would think they would just, leave or, do something else. No, they got on the horn. They got on the phone with their team owner. In exchange for getting on the phone with the team owner, they told the team owner their demands of what they wanted. All right. What they wanted was there's a police reform bill that was in the house up there in Wisconsin, in their state legislature. It was a police reform bill to prevent things that like what happened to Jacob Blake. They had just been sitting there. Nobody has voted on it or anything. They called the team owner. The team owner then in turn called the governor of Wisconsin. And do y'all know there's going to be a vote tomorrow on that police reform bill?
Well, good. That's some good shit.
You know what I'm saying? So the boycott was effective as hell, man.
Right.
And I don't care if it was just one game. And then you saw across other sports, other sports were doing it as well, man. You had soccer teams doing it. You had baseball teams boycotting. You know what I'm saying? Like there's allies out there, and we have a voice, and we have our methods of affecting change. And right. You saw how apparent that was by taking a stand and saying we're not going to play. Y'all make money off our bodies and watch us for entertainment. But if we pull that away, you know what I'm saying? Like they're like I said, going back to the economy, Stacey, it would collapse. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? As far as if we pulled our resources together and realize the power that we have, we could change a lot of shit, Lee. And I know you probably feel strongly about that also.
Yeah, I gotta say real quick and shout out to a really great friend of mine, my friend Jake. I've known him for years, high school friend of mine. It actually wasn't because he's a lawyer. It wasn't a boycott. It was actually a strike. It was a work stoppage strike. Mm-hmm. That's what they did. Because if it was a boycott, then they wouldn't be in the bubble in the first place. Mm-hmm. It was a strike. It was a work stoppage strike.
There it is.
And so what was so great about it, you know, is the ripple effect that it had, like you were talking earlier. And I think one of the most kind of unsung heroes of the strike that really not a lot of people are talking about, but they should, is this tennis player named Naomi Osaka.
Yeah, Naomi Osaka.
And two-time Grand Slam champion, on the rise. She's an amazing player. She's Japanese and Haitian, and she reps Japan when she plays on the tour. But one of the things that she said, and I'm paraphrasing, but she said, you know, I realize that I'm a Black woman.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that was one of the things that hit me as hard as what the NBA players did, was that she was able to recognize that she is a Black woman playing this white sport, and that she has power. And what she did was incredible. And of course, there was, out of all the leagues, there was some league, you might have heard about it. It's called hockey.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Right.
Hockey, this hockey or hockey. I don't know how to pronounce it. But they were the only ones that was like, no, we still gonna play.
Exactly.
And they got some flack for it because first off, don't nobody give a fuck about hockey. But at the same time, you know, if everybody's doing something to be united, then be united. But it was a great display of power. And it was one of those moments where, like, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. For as long as I've been watching sports, you know, like there were some people talking about like what Bill Russell did back in the day and all of that stuff, completely, you know, before my time.
Right.
But for this era, this millennium, this century, all of that stuff, to see that happen is one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life. And I love it because, again, it's the whole shut up and play, and, you know, you getting millions of dollars to put a ball through a hoop, and it's like, motherfucker, you can't do it. I can't do it. You know, I can't do it and get paid. I can do it, but I ain't getting paid millions of dollars because I'm terrible. So it's like, why it always seems like some of the people, especially the right, the conservatives, don't seem to realize that, yes, these players do get paid hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars to seemingly play a simple sport. But that in no way, shape, or form doesn't take their humanity away. It doesn't take their voice away. It doesn't mean that they shouldn't speak up. And I think it was LeBron that brought it up, and I hope other cities do this. I don't know if we're going to do it, but they were talking about setting up stadiums as polling areas, so everybody can get out and vote.
Exactly.
And
right.
That is huge.
It's huge. It's huge this year, Lee. You're right. You're absolutely right about that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you see the power behind the work stoppage and the change that brought about. And Stacey, man, you know, you always talk about Black power and, you know, the power that we have to, you know, make things happen, man. I know, you know, you had to be proud of, you know, what the NBA players did also, right?
Yeah, that was some good shit now. Because, you know, I think after being off all this time, they probably was like, you know what? It ain't so bad, especially if I can be off for a real reason.
Yeah.
I think after you get adjusted to not working due to, I'm not saying that that's why he did it. They did it.
Right.
But sometimes if you've experienced, you know, without, it's a little bit easier that second time, especially if you're choosing to do it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they may have some consequences, maybe they may, but for the most part, they did the right thing. I mean, you got to, at some point, a nigga gets tired of this shit, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. So, like I said, kudos to all the NBA players, man. And they're bringing about change, you know, the best way they know how. And it definitely was very effective from earlier this week, man. Y'all, it's about that time, man. I told y'all the last two shows, the first show was about 2 hours long a couple weeks ago. Last week's show was about an hour and a half. We ain't doing no hour and a half show, man. People got Sunday dinner, man. They trying to watch P Valley. They trying to watch
Black Panther, man. Black Panther started.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. I'm about to watch Black Panther on ABC. Shout out to Chadwick Boseman, man. Rest in peace. So we're gonna go ahead and get into these unpopular opinions coming up, man. Our 2-minute opportunity just to dive into whatever we want to talk about, man. Hey, shout out to everybody, man. Y'all show so much love, man. I swear. You know, everybody in the comments, man. What's up, Ketriana? She been commenting throughout the show. What's happening with you? JB, my guy JB, man. What do you do? Man, everybody, man. Dominique always showing love, man. Appreciate you as always. Sheila, Jasper, man. Everybody, man. Kwanzaa, y'all are the best, man. Like I said, this show is growing, man. Each and every week, we trying to do it bigger and better, man. And like I said, we got sponsor opportunities coming up as well, man. Your opportunity to advertise, get your business out there, man. Whatever you got going on, man. We're gonna help you. We're gonna grow with you, man. We growing. We want to see you grow and shine also, man. Shout out my man, Daryl Early, man. They got a show called In the Clutch. The show is Sharita's on. I forgot the name earlier, but it's In the Clutch, a podcast, sports and everything, man. So we'll probably get him on in the future as well, man. Like I said, if you got a podcast, anything going on, man, I want to talk about it. Like I said, because I'm never gonna be the guy who gets to shine and doesn't doesn't show that love to others. You know what I'm saying? Chadwick Boseman said it in a speech, man, that he was giving. Like, you know, if you've been watered, then be watered. You know what I'm saying? You know, spread that love to others, man. And that's what I'm all about. So if you ever need me for anything, if you ever need help with anything, if it's in my power and I can do it, I'm gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's some of us that's not like that, but I can't speak for them. But I know me and these two right here, and Brandon when he's not working on carburetors, like we, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's real, man. And you know, I fuck with y'all fuck with me, and we gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do, man. Essential AF podcast, man. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Unpopular opinion, your 2 minutes to dive in and say whatever you want. Lee, start it off, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I got to give, and I apologize for not remembering the name, but shout out to this group of 19 Black people in Georgia that purchased 90 acres of land, and they are starting to build a community there that is like a safe haven for Black folks. And it goes along with what Stacey says about that dollar. I mean, that's the move. You know, if we can build together, and I think that's what even though Sean in the chat said, you know, voting doesn't do anything, Democrats give us empty promises, but the one thing that he said that I do agree with is that we have to build capital as a people in order to see real change. And those 19 people in Georgia, that is what they're doing, and I applaud them. You know, like I want to be like them when I grow up. It's amazing, because that has to be the next step.
No doubt. Will say it, bro. Stacey, what you got, man? 2 minutes.
Jonathan, I want to tell you, I sure appreciate you. You know, when I first what made me think about it was our intro. I said, damn, Brandon really did a good job putting that shit together. And it made me think about the intro you did for me when I had my show. But I want to tell you, I appreciate you because you've been on my ass about growing up all my life. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
In regards to trying to do something.
Yeah.
You know, with myself.
Absolutely.
With this talent or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you, I do appreciate that you do try to support people. That's some good shit.
I'm telling you, man.
That's some good shit.
And Stacey, I saw it day one in you, and where we worked it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, put the name out there, but I saw it day one, man, and it does my heart good to see you, you know, finally fulfilling that potential. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I knew you had it.
You was on my ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I also want to tell them too. I know they were talking about getting some help, like during this time. And I'm not trying to plug tarot, but look, the most people been blowing my ass up during this corona season, if you will, with the tarot readings, because it gives you guidance. Like when I first started, I was like, oh, this shit worked on it. Look at that. But Yeah, so I mean, everybody ain't got a lot of money to go. Somebody ain't gonna always get up and go nowhere, although it is free. Some places, when you go to those free places, they kind of treat you like shit. I've been to the free ones before, sometimes, not all time. But if a nigga got them $25, I can tap into your ancestors for about 30 minutes and they'll tell you something bad, no lie.
You see it right there at the bottom.
I'm just saying.
Contact that number.
It's a lot of readers out there. You ain't got to fuck with me, but I'm just saying, man, it's talk to somebody. No doubt. If you need to.
Absolutely, man. Y'all call that number.
Jonathan. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Come on now. You know how we do it, man. You know how we do it. We 10 years strong in this thing, man. Longer than that, actually, yeah.
Yeah, in that time. Yeah. Fuck with man. Houston.
Yeah. even though I get pissed off with you sometimes. Because it's the shit you say. Yeah. That one day you talk about body slamming the babies in the dry tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't talked to you for like a couple days after that, man.
But you trying to figure out how the baby died. The nigga slammed the baby in the dry tub.
Yeah, man. I was bad. I was so messed up. Yeah, but hey, it's love between us always, man. Always. So y'all make sure y'all call that number. You see at the bottom of the screen right there, man.
Don't call it, text it, because I ain't gonna
answer. Okay, all right, text the number. Text the number if you want free tarot, not free tarot reading. If you want to get your own tarot reading from Stacy, man. Also, y'all make sure y'all get that book. If y'all ain't got that book yet, man, let me put that out there one more time. Memoirs of a Fatty Man. Go to cameltoe.org. You see it right there. All you gotta do is go to cameltoe.org. Order the new book. I got my copy. I got my autograph copy. Yours may not be autographed, but you know what I'm saying? I got my personal autograph copy. Lee got his autograph copy, man. Like
everybody copy say something different. And
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So y'all make sure y'all go get that book, Memoirs of a Fatty Man. Like it's like 50 Shades of Grey. All those. It's like Zane's Chronicles. It's all those wrapped into one with Stacy's book, man. And they all true stories. They all true freaky ass tales from Stacy Camille Twa. And I know for a fact they true because I used to hear about every story at work.
I'm trying to tell you, and I can't use those nice, pretty words. I'm using pure, unadulterated North Memphis profane in that motherfucker. You hear me? North Memphis profane.
Yeah, Cindy said "Baby in the Tub" was hilarious. No, it was not. It was not. All right.
Nothing was so hurt. And then I ain't know what happened. I just made the shit up.
And then at the time, my son was like 3 years. He's about the same age of that little boy. So I was pissed, man. I was so bad.
Baby, he get body slammed in the tub. That nigga 25 now. Shit.
I can't stand you, man.
You remember your son thought I was your girlfriend?
Yeah. What you say? Daddy got a girlfriend. Daddy got a girlfriend.
They said that to the mama and shit.
Yeah.
They both was laughing. I want your ass.
My son something else, man, for real. But yeah, man. But let me just go ahead and get my final take, man. We've been so serious, and these are serious times, so we have no other choice but to be serious and talk about these things. But if I could be silly for a moment, y'all want to know something that really grinds my gears? On Facebook, right? Let me talk about it for a moment. On Facebook, as I put my Cash App information out there, you see the Cash App names, y'all want to donate, you know what I'm saying? Little spare change, help brother out. Y'all can always go to our Cash App and donate if you like the show. But my unpopular opinion, it runs me up. It grinds my gears when I see women on Facebook liking their own post. When you like your own picture, when you like a comment or like a post, like we know you liked it. You posted it. We already know you like it. Why are you doubling down and hitting like on your own post?
Just women, not men. Men do that shit too.
I ain't never seen dudes do that. Is dudes out here doing that? Lee, have you ever done that?
I've never done it, but I can't speak for all dudes. I wouldn't be surprised.
Now, see, we went over this in the official G Code convention. We have a G Code, a real guy code convention, real nigga convention every summer, right? And we have bylaws. We have a rule book of things to do and things not to do. And that's definitely the rule book. If you're a guy, you cannot like your own post. You cannot like your own picture. All right. But the ladies that do that, stop that shit. I hate that. Don't do that. We're coming. Just hold on.
That means we're coming.
Yeah, we're gonna like. If it's a nice picture, we're gonna like it. If it's a post that relate to something that we going through, or whatever, people are gonna like it. Why are you the first one to like your own shit? That speaks to like some issues to me. You know what I'm saying? It speaks to some other issues there when you like your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to go therapy. You might need some counseling. You might need a therapist if you out here. Not okay if you do it once or twice, but I'm talking everything you post, you like. What the fuck is that? I'm so sick of y'all. So please, in 2021, all right, I'm gonna give y'all 3 months to stop this shit. But in 2021, stop liking your own shit. People are coming. All right, we coming to like it. You ain't gotta do it.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
What if the picture been up for 2 days and ain't nobody like it? Can they like it then? It's like, oh shit, I'm gonna write home. Is that acceptable?
All right, that's acceptable. All right, after a couple of days, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. All right, then you like it. All right. Well, just take it down at that point. If you ain't gonna like it, a couple of days, you need to delete that shit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but it's like you're playing with yourself. You're playing with your posts. All right, quit playing with your posts.
I play with myself all the time. Now I don't like my posts, but
yeah, man, stop that shit. That's all I got, man. It irks me for some reason. It really irks me, man. And if there's dudes out there, we coming to beat your ass up tonight. If there's dudes out there doing that, me and Lee, I'm gonna go pick Lee up, and we riding on any dude that is liking their own posts and pics. All right, we ain't doing that, man.
I bet you a motherfucking Leo doing it. It's probably Leo
right out.
Loves that.
For real, man. Yeah, thank you. See, y'all agree with me in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, shout out to Keisha. Like, it's exactly. It's corny as fuck to do that, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you liking your own shit?
That's like saying period on it.
Yeah. Like, you posted it, so obviously you like it. Yeah. All right, man. I'm about to watch Black Panther. That's all I got, man. It's been a great show. Man, thank you to everybody that has tuned in, man. You guys are the best. Everybody that's watching on Facebook, watching on YouTube, man. You guys make sure you go like, go share, all that good stuff, man. Next week, Labor Day weekend, more than likely, we will probably not do a show because I may be out of town. But
hey, thank you, boss.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome. So take Labor Day weekend off, but we definitely gonna be right back the following week, the following Sunday, giving y'all another great show, man. So as always, like we always do at this time, for my man, my guy, the teacher, Lee Johnson, for my homie, my ace, man, Stacey Camille Twa. I am your host, Jonathan C. Smith.
I mean, Chad, what's the nigga name? What's the name?
You high as fuck right now.
No, don't say that.
I am your host, Jonathan C. Smith, and you are all essential as fuck. And we love all y'all, man. Thank you. Appreciate all you guys, man. We're going to do this thing again in 2 weeks. We're taking next week off, Labor Day weekend. Y'all enjoy your Labor Day weekend. And we're going to holler at y'all the following Sunday, man. We out.
Hey, don't have one of y'all die either. I'm sick of this shit.
Right, yeah, hey.
Yeah,
Y'all better not pass away next 2 weeks. Shit, y'all better, everybody better be coming back.
You down me, I kill you.
On the show.
Tell you, down me, I kill you.
All love.
Love, man. Appreciate y'all, man. All right, Lee, we out, man.